I'm gonna do a chit chat, get ready with me, because you know what, yeah, I got a lot on my mind, you feel me? And I write down what's on my mind because things trigger me. I can't control those kind of things. You may be asking, where are you getting ready to go? I'm getting ready to go absolutely nowhere. Let me look for my eyebrow equipment because, you know, surgery takes place to get this looking to something decent. Oh yeah, you see this swag? It's sponsored by Disney. I don't actually have primer, so I'm gonna do what I did last time and go back to my trusted aloe vera gel. I'm using this Bronca Mashup Collection in 2000. See the difference, see the difference. You know, scum, Brexit and Trump. Everyone needs to check out my friend DJ Jamsy's remix of this song. Wow. So we just roll. Yeah, you know what to do. Have I even been saying what I've been using? Baby, I love you. Alright, should we talk about something, guys? Let's talk about something. Alright, one of the stuff on my notes that I want to talk about is, what does it mean to have standards? The way people act is a bit, for lack of a better word, wayward. For living your best life, but if you're just compromising and you have no standards, what is your standard of measuring what you live in your best life is? What? Because that's what society says living your best life is. Wow, I didn't know you could be a follower like that, you know. Dead fish float. So if you just want to go with the current just because that's what's happening now, hey, if you want to live your best life, then you got to know what your standard of living is. What's your standard of living? What's your standard of life? Because it's easy to say living your best life because it looks like what everyone else is doing, but were you born with everyone else? I'm pretty sure it was you alone in your mum's womb. So why are you comparing yourself? They haven't been through what you've been through. They haven't got what you've got. What standards have you set for your own life? Or are you just going to continue to go with the crowd? Because that's cool, you can do that, but shout out to Dorcas here on Snapchat. She says, you say you're living your best life, but you're dead inside. Wow. The second colour on my lids, I use this colour here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, somebody needs to teach me all this blending kind of thing because I don't know any of it. I just do what I can and hope for the best, pretty much. That's my philosophy. I just think that should be the philosophy in life, you know. But I do what I see and I do what I feel with that mouth. I'm a crazy nigga. I'm a certified like baby nigga. I never hesitate to straight smoke fake and I might do it just taste me nigga. Okay, my nigga, so pay me nigga. Can we talk about black girl magic for a second? Certain people are just taking it and running with it because it's popular. But in their day-to-day life, they're slandering black women, they're hating on their sisters, dragging people up and down the timelines. And yet when you drop a fire selfie, you want to be talking about black girl magic and all these other things. You hate on your sisters, so what does this really mean? And also, I don't see a problem with saying black girl magic. It doesn't exclude another race. When you've been institutionally disenfranchised and you've been institutionally ignored, systematically ignored, it's gonna come a time where you're like, you know what, forget what popular opinion is. I'm gonna have to big up my own chest. I'm gonna have to big up my own self, because it gets to a point where you just can't rely on society or other people or the millions. Yeah, or the millions to validate you, like, on their opinion, to be honest. You realise certain people just aren't even worth, I'm not gonna say they're not worth it because God loves everyone, but certain people just, it's just not worth wasting your own energy for. Like, leave that to someone else, because boy, some people, I swear, they just want to get a rise out of you, and you can't give people that kind of energy. Are you getting it? As you can see, I kind of just apply eyeshadow everywhere and hope for the best. If you don't like it, lump it. I'm not here to please ya. I'm here to get beat by myself. I use this Maybelline Color Tattoo 24 Hour by Eye Studio. See if it'll focus. see that. And then there's this eyeshadow by Makeup Geek called Bitten. It's so easy to get overwhelmed when you get to university because things are constantly happening, and it's kind of like you're trying to run after this moving train and you feel like you can't keep up. But I'm just here to tell you,
my mama told me to tell you that you can do it. And not only did my mama tell me to tell you, my God told me to tell you that you can do it.
you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So don't ever feel overwhelmed by anything. Nothing that you're going through is too much for you. God would never give you something you can't handle. And even though you feel like you can't, guess who's there? Call on him. Seek someone out, because it's never too much. I think the problem is sometimes we try to deal with things in isolation, and it's only when it gets to the point where we feel like we're going to break down that we want to open up and admit we need help. Everybody needs help. You think Bill Gates got to where he got to without help? At the end of the day, your journey ties in with so many other people's journey. So if you don't decide to get up and do what you're supposed to do today, you don't know whose life you're impacting in a negative way, let alone whose you could have impacted in a positive way. Life is so much bigger than our problems. You're breathing, your heart is beating, you can smile. That was just on my heart to say. The best teacher is experience. So if you feel like you're not qualified, it's because you're not, but you're still going to do it regardless. And that's just it. It's really sad to just let life happen to you. Like, you're called to do great things. Do it, man. Don't wait around for no one to give you permission or to give you access. If you feel like you're not finding the spaces for you, create those spaces for you. You know, create that environment that you seek out so much, because I guarantee if you're feeling bad about something, 10 other people are feeling bad about the very same thing. So how do you know that's not your ministry? You should be there being the change that you want. Which sounds so corny, but it's so true. NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. Thank you so much for the love that I've received on my videos, and people that have liked, commented, shared, just watched, told a friend to tell a friend. Like, I see you and I appreciate it. And even though I'm small and I've started off small, I believe in my growth, and I believe that I'm supposed to be here and I'm supposed to be putting out videos that you can watch. So yeah, just thank you. Bye guys, have a good evening, have a good night, subscribe.